You know that special kind of exhausted where you wake up at 10 a.m., scroll your phone until 11, eat cereal while staring at a wall, relax on the couch for 6 hours, and then somehow feel like you just ran a marathon through quicksand? Yeah, that one. The "I did absolutely nothing today, so why does my monkey brain feel like it's been jubbling flaming bananas for 12 hours" fatigue. Here's the paradox that's going to make you feel very seen and also a little attacked. Doing nothing is one of the most exhausting things you can do. You're not lifting weights, you're not solving crimes, you're just existing. And yet, by 6 p.m., you're more drained than a motivational speaker after a 5 a.m. cold plunge. So what gives? Is your brain broken? Are you secretly a lazy banana? Or is there something deeper, something weird and neurological that turns your do-nothing day into a feel-like-death night? Stick with me, tired monkey, because by the end of this, you're not only going to understand why your couch potato lifestyle is backfiring, you're going to learn exactly how to reclaim your energy without turning into a productivity-obsessed maniac. And yes, bananas will be involved. Let's paint a picture. It's Saturday. No plans, no obligations. You've been dreaming of this day all week. Your monkey brain says, finally, rest, peace, sweet, sweet nothingness. So you park yourself on the couch. You open Instagram, you close it. You open it again. You watch a video about a guy building a log cabin with a spoon. You eat a snack that isn't breakfast or lunch. It's just a snack that exists in a void. You feel fine for about an hour. Then something sinister creeps in. Not boredom, worse. Guilt-ridden boredom. The kind reader monkey starts throwing little mental bananas at you. You should be doing something. Clean the fridge, learn Spanish, text your mom back from 3 weeks ago. But you ignore it. You double down on the nothing. You tell yourself you're recharging. Except you're not. You're just rotting in slow motion. And by the time the sun goes down, you feel hollow, irritable, like a banana that looked fine on the outside but is completely brown and mushy on the inside. You didn't work a double shift, you didn't run a 10K. You literally watched 3 hours of TikTok recipes you will never cook. So why do you want to cry into a pillow? Because here's the ugly secret. Your brain does not know the difference between voluntary rest and involuntary stagnation. To your monkey, lying around with no direction feels suspiciously like being trapped in a cage. And a trapped monkey is an exhausted monkey. All right. Put on your tiny neuroscience hat, the one that smells slightly of existential dread. Here's what's actually going on inside your skull when you do nothing. Your brain runs on something called the default mode network, or as I call it, the monkey rumination machine. The DMN activates whenever you're not focused on an external task. When you work, cook, exercise, or even play a video game, the DMN quiets down. But the second you stop, boom, it fires up like a banana-fueled engine of regret. What does the DMN do? Oh, nothing important. It just revisits every embarrassing thing you said in 2016, simulates future catastrophes that will probably never happen, compares your life to strangers on the internet, and quietly whispers, "You're falling behind." That's right. Your brain's resting state is actually a non-stop anxiety podcast hosted by your inner critic. No wonder you're tired. Here's the real banana twist. Your brain also releases cortisol, the stress hormone, when you're passively bored. Not the "I'm engaged in a fun hobby" kind of boredom, the "I'm scrolling without purpose and the day is dissolving like a wet cookie" kind. Studies show that people who report high levels of aimless downtime also have elevated cortisol levels. Why? Because your monkey brain evolved to solve problems. When there's no problem to solve, it invents one. Why aren't you being productive? Are you lazy? Is your life meaningless? Did that text sound weird? Congratulations, you just ran a mental marathon while lying flat on your back. Your reward? Complete exhaustion and 0 bananas. We're not done, because the surface level problem, doing nothing makes you tired, is annoying enough, but the deeper issue is way sneakier. See, when you spend a whole day doing nothing, you also rob yourself of something called psychological completion. Humans need tiny victories, not big ones, tiny ones, like finishing a load of laundry, sending an email, making a decent cup of coffee. These little completes give your brain a squirt of dopamine, the banana of reward chemicals. But when you do nothing, you get 0 completions, 0 dopamine. And without those tiny reward hits, your brain starts to feel like a browser with 47 tabs open, none of which are loading. You're not relaxed, you're not restored, you're just unfinished. And that feeling, the "I have accomplished absolutely nothing, therefore I am nothing" feeling, is a special kind of psychic vampire. Here's the funny/sad part. You think you're avoiding stress by doing nothing, but actually you're creating a new form of stress called lethargy-induced dread. It's the heavy, sticky feeling that comes from zero momentum. Think of your energy like a banana smoothie. If you don't blend it, use it. It separates into gross brown layers. Motion creates emotion. Action creates energy. And sitting around like a depressed sloth, that creates more sitting around. It's a downward spiral that ends with you feeling exhausted at 2 p.m., taking a nap, waking up more tired, and then ordering delivery because even standing up feels like climbing Everest. The monkey is now officially broken. All right, tired monkey, let's fix this. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m., run a marathon, and start a side hustle. That's toxic productivity garbage, and we both know it. Instead, here are 6 specific, slightly ridiculous, but genuinely effective strategies to stop feeling exhausted from doing nothing. Do not aim to be productive. Aim to do one tiny thing for 5 minutes. Wash 3 dishes, put on real pants, open a window. That's it. The rule is you only have to do it for 5 minutes and then you can absolutely stop. Here's the monkey magic. 90% of the time, you won't stop because starting is the hard part. Once your monkey brain realizes the task isn't actually lava, it'll keep going. But even if you stop after 5 minutes, you still win. You got one complete. That's one banana than you had before. Paradox time. If you want to enjoy doing nothing, you have to schedule it. Call it intentional rot. Say out loud, from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., I will lie on the couch and scroll with zero guilt. It is planned. Suddenly, your brain stops screaming. Why? Because planned rest feels safe. Unplanned rest feels like failure. So put it on your calendar. Wednesday, rot from 7 to 8 p.m. Your monkey will relax because it knows a cage door opens at the end. Try it. It's weirdly life-changing. Keep a list of absurdly easy tasks, not write a novel. Things like drink water, stand up and stretch, text one friend a banana emoji. When you feel the do-nothing exhaustion creeping in, pick the dumbest thing on the list and do it. This creates micro-wins, and micro-wins create momentum. Momentum creates energy, and energy creates a monkey that's swinging happily instead of lying face down on the branch. The monkey is now officially broken. Here's a big one. Rest is active. Napping, reading, meditating, going for a slow walk. Rot is passive. Mindless scrolling, watching TV you don't care about, staring into the abyss. Rest restores you. Rot drains you. So ask yourself, am I resting or rotting? If you're rotting, switch to a rest activity for 20 minutes. Lie down with no phone, stare at a tree, breathe like a weirdo. Your brain will actually recharge, I promise. Perfectionism is the #1 cause of do-nothing exhaustion. You don't start because you can't do it perfectly, so you do nothing. Then you feel tired and guilty. Break the loop by declaring one task good enough. Make the bed unevenly. Write a 1-sentence email. Cook pasta without a recipe. Your monkey will be thrilled just to see action. Give yourself permission to do things badly. It's better than not doing them at all. The hardest part of doing nothing is transitioning out of it, so build a bridge. Pick a 2-minute ritual that signals nothing time is over. Examples: wash your face, change your shirt, do 5 jumping jacks, cringe but effective, or make a cup of tea. Do that ritual every time you want to exit rot mode. After a week, your monkey brain will learn, oh, face wash means action time. You'll stop fighting yourself. You'll just switch. Here's what happens when you stop confusing nothing with rest. You get your afternoons back. You stop feeling that weird 4 p.m. existential dread where you question your entire career path because you watched one LinkedIn influencer. You start having energy again, not manic, hyper-caffeinated energy, but calm, steady, I can handle this energy. The kind that lets you enjoy actual relaxation without guilt. And here's the beautiful banana payoff. Once you learn to use these tiny action hooks, you'll notice something wild. You'll actually start looking forward to your free time. Because free time is not a void where energy goes to die, it becomes a playground where you can choose rest or action without shame. The monkey stops panicking, the cortisol drops, and you realize that you weren't lazy, you weren't broken, you were just missing the off-ramp from the do-nothing highway.
Remember the opening? The marathon of scrolling and cereal and wall staring? That doesn't have to be your Saturday. You can have a Saturday where you lie around on purpose for 2 hours, then get up, do one tiny thing, feel like a champion, and then lie around again, this time without the guilt. That's the secret. Guilt is the exhaust. Action, even tiny action, is the fuel.
So here's my closing truth, you beautiful, exhausted monkey. Doing nothing isn't rest. It's just unplanned emptiness. And emptiness is exhausting. But the good news, you are one 5-minute banana rule away from feeling alive again. You are one intentional rot session away from enjoying your laziness without the side of shame. You have the power to stop feeling tired after doing nothing. And all it takes is one stupidly small action. If this video made you laugh, feel seen, or finally understand why your brain is a chaotic banana factory, do me a favor, smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to Monkey Mind so you don't miss the next deep dive into your weird, wonderful, exhausted brain. And if you really want to support the chaos, join the channel membership. Members get behind-the-scenes videos, early access, and exclusive banana-themed bloopers. Seriously. Thank you for watching. Now go do one tiny thing.
Just one. Then come back and lie down with pride. You earned it.